What's up, y'all? Focus. The most powerful tool in the world. The most powerful tool in existence. And I guarantee you, you have been using it wrong your whole entire life. And by the end of this video, you will know how to utilize it in a way that is correct, that is going to actually make an impact in your life and allow you to achieve the things which you desire, to allow you to recognize what you need to do, where you need to be, and how you need to get there. And I'll let you know, it's not what you think it is. Because we view focus as a sense, as a tool that we place our attention on something, and by placing our attention on this thing, then we are focused on it. And while that is true in the physical sense of the word focus, when I place my focus on this notebook right here, and I am journaling in it, I'm writing in it, yes, I am focused. And I'm focused physically on the act of writing in this journal. But the focus I am talking about is a deeper focus, a focus that is inherent to our being, to who we are. This focus is not physical in nature. Okay, it exists in the mind, but it is not of the mind. This focus is spiritual in its essence. And it is the ability to get you to achieve whatever the fuck you want. And let me tell you how to use it. So this focus, it is a focus on self, not on anything outside of self. Because everything that exists in this reality, in this world, is yourself. Everything is just a reflection of you. This video that you are watching now is something that you were led to because you created it for yourself, and you needed to understand what I'm saying here to be able to get you to the next stage of your life and to allow you to continue on in your journey. I'm just a reflection of your own internal state. Everything you see around you is a reflection of your internal state. So how does this align with focus? And how does focus have anything to do with this? Well, when we focus internally on ourselves, on who we are, that is what is given to us externally. So the way we speak to ourselves, the things we believe about ourselves, about our life, that is our focus. Okay, it is not looking at this notebook and sitting down and writing in it, in this journal. That is not the focus I'm talking about. Because while that is a physical focus on this object, and yes, you are directing your attention to a place, this focus I'm talking about is within. And it is directing your attention and your energy into you, into yourself. Okay? And when you focus on yourself, it allows you to see exactly why your life is the way it is. Because you, who you believe you are, what you agree upon within yourself as to what you are, the way you speak to yourself, the way you command yourself in your life, the way you go about taking actions, and the way you interact with various things that come up in your life. This is all based off of your focus on yourself. If you are not focused on yourself, and you have no sense of inner self, no sense of inner focus, then your life may be chaotic. It may be crazy. It may feel like you have no control over it whatsoever. that couldn't be further from the truth, because you are in complete control of everything that is happening in your life. And your lack of willingness to go within and to view yourself objectively and to see the way you are interacting with the world, with yourself, see which thoughts are coming through your head that you are agreeing with, because those are the thoughts that are dictating what is happening in your life. So if you get, let's say you're in a relationship with someone and you hold the belief that if you're a guy, that all women are evil and going to cheat on you. And if you're a woman, you hold the belief that all men are lustful and cannot control their lust and are going to end up cheating on you. And maybe you don't think about that consciously or actively because it's not something you dedicate to yourself to on a daily basis or a moment by moment basis. But you've seen evidence for this, perhaps maybe from previous partners, maybe just from friends or parents, whoever it may be. Perhaps you've seen some type of evidence of this. Maybe you've watched YouTube videos that have shown you that. And now you have agreed to that within your mind. So you have agreed to the fact that your partner is going to be unfaithful and not going to be loyal to you. And then when that time inevitably comes, because you've planted the seed internally in your mind, you have put your focus onto it by simply accepting it to be true. So you've put your focus onto this idea, this seed, by accepting it to be true. And when the time comes for that seed to grow, to germinate, then you will see the evidence placed in front of you in your reality. And you will see your partner cheating on you, and you will say, I knew it. You will agree to it again. I knew it. Women can't be trusted. They're always unfaithful. Men can't be trusted. They always cheat on their partners. You're going to see that, and then you're going to repeat that cycle. Unless you have focus. Unless you can focus internally and realize where your beliefs lie, where your mind lies. Because where your mind, the mind does not lie. So where your attention lies, where your mind lies internally, is where what your life will be showing you externally. Okay? So go within and focus on who it is that you are. Focus on what it is that you have come to believe to be true about yourself, about your life, and about life in general. And take some time with this. Really sit with yourself, but you have to be honest, okay? You have to be honest with yourself and with who you are. And once you do this, once you sit and be honest with yourself and see what you are truly focusing on, what you are dwelling on mentally, then you will see why your life is the way it is. And you will realize that everything is coming from within you. Nothing is coming from outside of you. Everything that is happening outside of you is just a reflection of your internal states, of your internal agreements that you have had with yourself. So there is nothing to see outside of you but yourself. And the reason why focus is so important is because whatever you focus on, you are giving life to. And this is true internally and externally. All right? What you are dwelling on exists because you are powerful and you say it exists. So go back in your life. I want you to do this exercise to just so you can prove to yourself that you are powerful. and that you are creating all of this shit in your life, good or bad. It's all coming from you. Let's fucking prove it right now. Go back in your life to any point in time that was memorable. And I don't want you to say like don't go back to a point in time where something happened to you and you thought it was an external circumstance that created it. Like maybe you got a bill in the mail that you really didn't like, and it triggered something within you, and you're like, how the fuck could these people send me a bill? Or you got fired from your job and you're like, how could they fire me? Like, why did my boss do that to me? Fuck that person for doing that. Go back to that time and see where you were dwelling internally up until that point, and you will realize that you were the cause of that event. You were the one that gave life, that birthed this event into existence, into being. All right. So go back within your life and play through your life within your mind's eye in whatever way that feels natural to you. You don't have to go back step by step and go into detail in every aspect of your life that has happened up until this point. You don't have to play it like a video or a movie, but go back with an objective lens and look at yourself and at who you've been. You can do it very basically by saying, like, for myself, okay, and when I was in college a few years ago, this was the way I acted in my life, and my dominant states seemed to be fear, guilt, shame. Just go back to like a overarching time period and see, voice crack, see what it was that you were experiencing and why you were experiencing that. Okay, and you don't dwell on this too much, but just so you have an idea of how powerful your focus is. Because if you were focused on shame, on self-pity, on being a victim in your life, then you probably saw many circumstances in your life to prove to you that that was true, that you weren't worthy, that you were a victim, that you sucked, that whatever it may have been for you. But you probably saw plenty of circumstances to prove that to be the truth in your reality. And so now that you realize that this truth was always coming from within yourself, use that to empower you. Use your focus to empower you. When you are going throughout your day, see where you are dwelling on. See what you are focusing on in your mind. And dwell on the beautiful. Dwell on the lovely things of life. Okay? It's hard for us to do that as humans because our brains are not wired to do that. And biologically speaking, we are wired for survival. Okay? We have the inherent need to survive, the instinct to survive in all situations. But we are also greater than that. We are not just this physical vessel. So we are not only one-dimensional in the sense that we have to react to what our life is giving us in a way that will allow us to survive. So we don't have to be the ones to say, like, I need to do this because this is the only way I can survive in my life. All right? Because we're spiritual beings as well. And we are so much more than our physical vessel, than this body that we inhabit. And all of it starts within the mind. The inner God within you is in your mind. And I know I'm going on a bit of a tangent in this video, but it's because it's so important to realize this, to know this. Not to just realize it and know it, but to truly understand it, to truly acknowledge it within yourself. That is what you need to do. And focus is a great way to do that. Because if you focus on your focus, if you become aware of what you are focusing on, within your life, in your day-to-day life, then you will see how that is being given to you outside of you. You can do it by writing down your thoughts, like have a journal with you or on your phone, on your notes app. Just like write down where you're dwelling. Like if something happens to you, are you reacting to that? Like if your significant other yells at you and, starts talking shit about you, are you going to react to that? See what comes up for you. Because once you react to something in your reality, then you are giving life to it. You are birthing it again. Everything outside of you is dead. Do not react to the dead. Leave the dead of life in the grave. All right. And I'm completely butchering this. It's in the Bible, but it's, you are the living existing amongst the dead. And the living is your internal state, your imaginatory existence, your imagination, your living is where you dwell internally. And the dead is what you see externally, what you see in this world. And if you react to the dead, to the outside world, and you say that it is not dead, it is alive, it is true, then you are perpetuating that cycle in your life. And that is where your focus is placed. Your focus is placed amongst the dead. So don't dwell upon the dead. Don't dwell in the past. The past is dead. Why are you dwelling on it? By dwelling on it, you are bringing it to life now, in this moment. And as we know, this moment is all that exists. So if you are dwelling on another moment right now, you are giving life to that. So what you need to do is place your focus on the only thing that exists, which is right now, and which is you. You are the only thing that exists, and right now is all that exists. Do it in your own way. Don't do it in the way that I'm telling you, okay? Because it's going to be different for every person. But do it in your own way, and do it in a way that feels correct and intuitive to you. But place your focus on yourself. See where you have been focusing internally. See where you've been dwelling within your mind, within your true reality. And go within, take out the shit, dig all the shit out of your mind that you used to dwell on, and just don't acknowledge it anymore. It doesn't exist. If you choose to focus on something greater than what you already are, then that is what will exist for you. That is who you will be. That is who you will become. Okay? And these are what all the masters, all the great teachers throughout history, that's all they're telling you. It's to dwell on the lovely, on the beautiful that exists within you, within all of us. Dwell there, stay there, know it is true, know it is so, know it exists, because you are all that exists. You are all that is. And you, by dwelling upon that, are giving life to it. So if you're dwelling on shit, you're going to see shit. But if you're dwelling on beauty, on what is lovely, then that's what you'll see. All right? So go within. Make that your goal for today, if that's what works for you. Make your goal to realign your focus to that who you want to be. See where your focus has been placed up until this point, because I'm sure it's not where you want to be. Unless you have everything you want in your life, it's not where you want to be. So see where your focus has been up until this point. See why you aren't getting what you want, which is just because your focus is misplaced, it's misaligned, it's misdirected. And once you realize that, then drop it. Allow that to no longer exist in you, and switch your focus to the you that has all that you want, that has it all, that has everything. And align with that. Recognize that, understand that, and be that. And then see how your life will change. All right? Love you guys. Have a great day. Be good. Until next time.